Whoa, so Mega Camerupt is an amazing Pokemon. So first off, you have a really good typing, being Fire and Ground. Ground being the best offensive typing in the game. It is tied with Fighting for having the most Pokemon types that are weak to it, being Steel, Rock, Poison, Fire, and Electric. And these are some really good typings, such as Steel, Fire, and Electric. And then your only worry to attack is against Grass, which is resistance to it, and Bug, which are pretty bad typings overall. And then you do nothing to Flying, and Flying is actually a good typing. But you also have Fire, right? Fire is pretty good too, because it's strong against Steel, Grass, Ice, and Bug. And these are good things to have, just for better coverage. However, it is quad weak to Water, which is a very common typing. And then, as I was saying, Ground. Ground is the best offensive typing again, and most teams run a ground type on their team, such as Garchomp, or Landorus, or Gliscor, for example. And then your stats are really, really good. So you have 70 HP, and then everything else is above 100 except for speed, which is what you want. Because here's the thing, Mega Camerupt isn't really that good in singles, but is amazing in doubles. So here's the thing about doubles. Trick Room strats are much more common. It's much easier to pull off. So in singles with Trick Room, you have to keep switching out and setting it up and whatever. And that makes it really, really hard for single teams to be used. But in doubles, you don't have to switch out the Trick Room setter. You can have two Pokemon at the same time on the field, right? And this makes Trick Room teams much easier to use and makes it much stronger because it's so slow that it will always go first with Trick Room up. And what Trick Room does is that it makes the slowest Pokemon goes first. So for a really bulky and strong Pokemon like Camerupt, it makes it really, really good. But even though it has really, really, really good stats, that's not where it ends. It has the ability Sheer Force, which nullifies special effects for moves. For example, Flamethrower has a 10% chance to burn. But with Sheer Force, it takes away the chance to burn and just does double, just makes a lot more damage, being 1.3. And then you have really good moves like Heat Wave, which hits two targets in doubles, and Earth Power, which is really, really strong and a good way to use stab moves. So yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye.